profile of our customers as well.
Hi, Carl Winkler here at Lectrosonics, IBC 2018, at the booth, which is in Hall 8, C74. And we're showing a couple new products this year. We talked about the PDR and SPDR, the SPDR being just recently introduced, but since last IBC, we have also introduced the latest generation of the SM Series body pack transmitters. And a long line of product going back to 2005 with the original SM, then the SMD, then the SMQV, SMV, SMDB in Europe, and now the SM Wideband products. So we have, like those, we have a single battery unit and a double battery unit. All the features are exactly the same except for the size and the battery runtime between the units. So what's new in these units, of course, most people that are familiar with Lectrosonics are familiar with the SM Series, of course. They're a tiny bit larger than the originals, so that means you would need a different belt pack, but the battery eliminators do still fit from the old ones. Other than that, same input we've had all along, but we've added infrared sync, which is now a feature on all of the current receivers. So Venue 2 has it, LR has it, SRC has it. It makes for a very fast setup. Choose a frequency with your receiver after a scan, and then blip, and it's in the transmitter. So it saves a lot of time. And the reason that's important is because these are wideband tuning now. These are 75 megahertz wide. They offer 3,000 something frequencies, so it takes a lot longer to scroll through it with the buttons. But along those lines, we've also changed the display, and this gives us the opportunity to have a much richer menu, including selecting frequencies by picking your block or your megahertz or your kilohertz, which makes it much faster anyway. So even without infrared sync, these are faster to tune. So that's a couple of the new features, the infrared sync and the wide tuning range. And then finally, these have an onboard recording to micro SD card. And now these do not record and transmit simultaneously, but you can be transmitting and then start recording, and it cuts off the audio in the transmission. However, the receiver still sees the carrier, and you can still be monitoring battery life while recording, okay? And these units respond to the apps, both for the recording, it's the PDR remote that starts and stops recording and sets your audio level in these devices. And then you can still use Lectro RM to set the transmission characteristics, the frequency, the audio level, sleep, unsleep, all that. So just with these two apps, you can get full functionality out of these, which is great. You know, when these get buried on the talent, you typically don't want to be pulling them back out to make changes, so you can do that very easily with the app. So that's the SMWB and SMDWB transmitter, and we've already been shipping these for several months now. These are incredibly popular product. It's been very successful for us with all the performance that you would expect and the durability from the Lectrosonics.